Kennedy ground American 2-4 Heavy IFR to Charlotte, ready to copy.
American 2-4 Heavy is cleared to Charlotte Airport as filed. Take off runway 31 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure frequency is 135.9 squawk 0077.
American 2-4 Heavy cleared to Charlotte Airport as filed. Take off runway 31 left climb and maintain 6,000 feet. Departure on 135.9 squawk 0077.
American 2-4 Heavy read that correct. Contact ground on 121.65. At 5135 taxi to the gate. At 5135 taxi to gate Foxtrot 14 via taxiway Delta Alpha Tango Alpha. Taxiing to gate Foxtrot 14 via taxiway Delta Alpha Tango Alpha at 5135.
ground at 506 request taxi to the gate.
At 5068 taxi to gate Foxtrot, 8 via taxiway Delta Alpha Whiskey Bravo Tango Bravo Alpha Tango Alpha.
Kennedy ground American, 2-4 heavy with Sierra ready to taxi IFR.
American 2-4 heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 31 left using taxiway Delta Alpha Golf cross runway 22 right Golf Zulu. Contact tower on 119.11 ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 31 left via taxiway Delta Alpha Golf cross runway 22 right Golf Zulu Charlie American 2-4 heavy.
Taxiing to gate Foxtrot 8 using taxiway Delta Alpha Whiskey Bravo Tango Bravo Alpha Tango Alpha at 5068.
American 24 Heavy at runway 31 left ready for takeoff IFR to Charlotte.
American 24 Heavy cleared for takeoff runway 31 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 31 left American 24 Heavy.
Camera crew sees you take off.
American 24 Heavy contact New York departure on 135.9.
Going to 135.9 American 24 Heavy. New York departure American 24 Heavy is climbing through 1,200 feet for 6,000 feet.
American 24 Heavy New York departure. Continue as planned. Altimeter 29.90. American 24 Heavy climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Climbed and maintained 12,000 feet. American 24 Heavy.
American 24 Heavy climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climbed and maintained flight level 180 American 24 Heavy.
American 24 Heavy contact New York center on 121.125.
Going to 121.125 American 24 Heavy. New York Center
10,000 feet, descending 10,000 feet. Generic November 24 Golf Uniform New York Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.89er. Generic 4 Golf Uniform traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 13,400 feet, Airbus A20M. Report them in sight. Generic 4 Golf Uniform traffic in sight.
He's landing on 2-3, but he'll then be landing into wind, so...
When there's a big war going on somewhere in the universe, that always reflects on the market.
Copy, over 26270 from the threshold.
Copy, we're moving across 2-1 left, then at the corner, and stay out of his way.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bloody fixed-wing aircraft, thinking they own the place.
Yeah. Tiger do need to have more, as you know,
Yeah.
When you do that. Okay, apologies for that.
That's okay.
You did actually a landing there. Then we got distracted. Let's do that again. You have control of the lever.
Yeah, my control.
And then
Those
gently,
very
soft
gently
grip on it.
down.
Remember the soft grip. You'll feel me controlling the pedals a little bit in the cycling just to get us down. I have to say that's very nice, well done. Yeah,
we go.
that's it.
Hey.
And then all the way
Onto
down.
the helicopter,
Remember
all the
we
way
are still,
down.
we just want to remove all that thrust.
Yes.
That's fantastic, well done.
Thank you.
That's it.
Brilliant.
Okay, let's do a takeoff.
Okay, so
Soft grip again,
gently again.
soft grip, that's it.
clear all around. Oh, you're feeling kicking to the right, aren't you?
Yeah. And then just,
Yeah.
that's it, fantastic. Okay, I have control of the
Your control.
lever as well as the pedals.
Yeah, your
and then all
control.
you need to do is the cycling.
Okay.
Now remember with the cycling, you're just making the corrections for the nose. Just think at the moment
Yes.
of correcting the pitch.
Okay.
So, don't worry about the drift. Don't worry about removing. Just hold the nose of the aircraft
Yeah.
as steady as you can. Okay, I have control.
Yeah, your control.
Let's just move a little bit back now to that
Yeah, he's gone.
to midfield. Just give you a little bit more space.
Yeah.
Right, cycling is yours.
Thank you, cycling is mine. I have to admit, controlling the hover with the cyclic is pretty tricky. Being used to fixed wing, I had a tendency to overcorrect every movement.
Excellent.
It does a lot more sensitive at low level, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You almost need to forget about the drift
Yeah.
and just become very sensitive of what the nose is doing.
Yeah.
If the nose is pitching up and down, then you
Yeah.
just make a correction.
Yeah. That's very wonky and wobbly.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, you're controlling it. It's absolutely brilliant. So where are you looking?
I'm looking at those that hangar.
Yeah,
in
good.
front of us, so-
Okay. The hangers, yeah. And then look at the... And just hold the nose as steady as you can there. Right, okay, you have control again.
My control.
This is a big nose drop there, and then you just correct it
Yeah.
and bring her back to where she was.
It's like you're moving in three sort of dimensions at the
Yeah,
same time.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
really... We're keeping it in relatively...
I think
same
this
sort
is
of
great,
area.
absolutely. This is the first building block
Yeah.
for the hover,
Yeah.
which is to control the nose of the aircraft. Doesn't matter whether we're drifting, we're just controlling the nose of the aircraft. We're a little bit high, I'm just going to bring us down again.
Yeah. That's a bit more stable the higher up you got, I suppose.
Yeah, you feel a little bit
Yeah.
easier on the feet. It's less anxiety provoking because you can think, oh, gosh, I'm closer to the ground.
Yes. Okay.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you see, you already improving on the control of the nose
Yeah.
and the attitude. That's fantastic, well done.
Drifting a little bit towards the runway.
I have control. That's
control.
fantastic.
Thank you.
If everything is clear. And that's all we have time for.
Perfect, thank you very much. Appreciate that a lot.
Okay, happy with that?
That's incredible, thank you.
Helicopter Alpha Delta, midfield, request cross 23 back to slows.
Alpha Delta, cross 23 back to slow.
Crossing, Alpha Delta.
It's a little PA-28 over there, that's the one I came down in.
Is that the, where, oh yes there?
Yeah, Lima Bravo. The little blue and white one, yeah. It's very lonely over there.
With the blue.
Yes, that's the one, yeah, that's Lima Bravo, so yeah.
Beautiful.
Make your internet magical.
Bring your new home to life with 200 meg internet from Suddenlink. Now with
Good, taxiway is clear.
Beautiful.
And we can relax, we're on the ground.
Yep, made it. That was incredible, thank you very much.
That was good hopping.
Thank you.
Good attempt, first attempt, absolutely.
It's not quite as... See, I used Flight Simulator before to try and use a helicopter, and every time it just... You lift off and end up...
Spinning up.
just spinning out of control. It's like, oh...
Yeah, the problem with simulators is that you don't have that the feeling dimension.
Yes.
You have to rely just on the visual reference, which is not enough.
Yes.
So the best thing to do with the simulators is to get it into forward flight as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that you can get a bit of a stabilization of the flow around the fuselage. So disengage the clutch.
Yep.
That means the belt is, the motor is now lowering that wheel, at the upper wheel, which will relax belts. Okay, logging on the flight done, my side. This is just a normal rotor brake.
Okay.
Otherwise we're going to sit here for a long time.
That's it. Thank you very much. Very pleasant, yeah.
So there we have it, my first time flying a helicopter. How cool was that? That was insane amount of fun that was. I can see why people get hooked on flying helicopters, I tell you. Just the feeling of being able to just hover and just pop it wherever you want it, it was really, really cool. So thank you so much to Sloans for having me here at Sywell to have a go in the helicopter. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought to it down in the comments. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Nobody can stop me. 6ix9ine will do whatever to be famous.
He would put his life at risk weekly.
Right thing, is he really a blood?
6ix9ine is a brat.
I can't feel my legs. Oh, hello from the border wall between the US and Mexico. That brown wall behind me, well, that's the wall. Just over the other side of there is San Diego, California, but we're here in Tijuana in Mexico. You see that bridge across there? That's called the CBX, and that allows people from San Diego to walk across the border and take a domestic flight within Mexico on one of the many low-cost airlines and get to anywhere they like, really, within Mexico. Domestic flights within Mexico are really, really cheap, and one of the airlines that operate those cheap flights is an airline called Volaris, and that's the airline we're flying on today.
Tijuana Airport sees service from all of the main Mexican airlines, from low-cost airlines such as Volaris and Viva Aerobus up to full-service airlines like Aeromexico. It offers flights the entire length of Mexico from right here on the border.
Got me burger, all very good. That was sort of another reason, actually, going through security. I was just thinking of how easy it was getting through security here at Tijuana Airport compared to how it can be sometimes in the States with TSA and everything, shoes off, electronics out, everything, all the rest of it. It's a lot more laid back here at Tijuana, and I can see why people living in San Diego might want to pop over here to the border through the CBX and stop on a domestic flight here. It's a lot easier flying from Tijuana than it is from airports over in the States.
My first flight today was on this Airbus A320neo, which offers a knee-crippling 186 seats. Along with Frontier and EasyJet, Volaris operate this aircraft in its densest configuration.
I think they are boarding by like windows and aisles and middles and then toilets and then bathrooms and kitchens. I don't know what they're doing, but I know I'm zone 3 and they've told me to wait here, so...
Yeah, Volaris boarding procedure was, let's just say, interesting.
Right, we're due to be departing now in 10 minutes from now. They haven't even started boarding yet. So this is going to be fun, isn't it? And I've only got quite a tight connection in Puerto Vallarta on the way down to Mexico City, so who knows if we're going to make that flight. At the moment, well, we've got 10 minutes to board 186 passengers. Call me a cynic, but I don't exactly think that's going to be happening.
Finally, they started boarding using their new COVID procedures, which, to be honest, didn't seem to make much sense.
See, what I don't get here is if this is for social distancing, they literally, I'm in the last row in the window, so surely that means that I've got to walk past everybody to get on. Doesn't seem to make much sense, but hey, we'll see.
Volaris A320neo offers just 28 inches of seat pitch, which makes it pretty tight, especially on a busy flight like this.
So as predicted, they boarded the aisles first, then the middles and the windows last. Makes complete and utter sense to board the windows last, doesn't it? That's not going to inconvenience anybody, but never mind, I'm on board. And look at this legroom, isn't it amazing? This is the world's most densely packed Airbus A320. They've got 186 seats on an A320neo, which is more than almost any other airline in the world. And yeah, I've only got 6 hours on these, so rock on.
Fairly soon we were all wedged in place and ready to start our way on the DVT Express down to Puerto Vallarta.
In
Introducing Buff, the gamer's loyalty app. It lets you earn Buff coins while playing your favorite games. All you have
Our first leg today then took us down the coast of Mexico to Puerto Vallarta. Flight time today was 2 hours and 10 minutes, cruising at 39,000 feet.
So there we go, then airborne from Tijuana, heading down to Puerto Vallarta on the... I think it's on the coast of Mexico actually. You know that feeling that you get when you put your hand under the seat and you feel someone's left over chewing gum? Yeah, that's my feeling right now.
Before long, the buy on board service started. The interestingly titled Enter Noobs magazine is actually the onboard menu. It translates to Between Clouds or so I found out later.
Okay, so the trolley's been round and I've got my waters. Interestingly, they operate on like a restaurant type system where they add stuff to your bill as you go through the flight and they come around and you pay at the end. It's pretty cool. Not known any other airline do that. It's quite an interesting way of working it, really. Mental note, accidentally letting one out on an A320neo. It's pretty loud and the aircraft's pretty quiet. And people look. Okay, so sit rep. We're now an hour into the flight. I can't feel my legs. It's just so really uncomfortable. We do have about an hour left down to Puerto Vallarta on the coast. Scenery is good out the window, but it's just so tight on this A320neo, and I really do hope that the next plane that we get with Volaris is a little bit more spacious than this. We'll see.
And yeah, that last hour really did drag. Fortunately, it was topped off with this absolutely stunning approach into Puerto Vallarta. Disembarking was done by row, with the flight attendant stopping at each row to let people out. Now this did actually make sense compared to their rather chaotic boarding process.
Freedom, albeit temporarily, for about an hour until we get back on one of those again. Okay, so it's a connecting flight, but there's no connections here at Puerto Vallarta, so we'll have to go all the way out and all the way back in again. Yay! Okay then, we're back in the check-in hall. Oh, great. feel like I need to hot foot it through security then to get back airside again. Right.
Once I got upstairs, this beautiful Instagram-worthy view was just begging for a photo.
Right then, through to the gate. At least I get to stretch my legs here. I think I need it after that. Hey. It's a bit deserted here at Puerto Valletta.
1 to Tijuana. Please board immediately at gate 4.
Right, made it to the gate, even with a bit of time to spare as well, so it's quite funny. We're actually going off the gate next to the one where we've just arrived to. And actually, we could probably have gotten back to Tijuana, because that's my plane that's just come in from Tijuana. I don't really can see it there. He's not even left yet, they're just doing the final call now, and then here is my plane up to Mexico City. I'm heading up to Mexico City on Julian. So, let's go and have a ride on Julian to Mexico City.
It was time to see whether boarding here would be just as chaotic as it was up in Tijuana.
Hola, número 3.
Nuevamente, iniciaremos con clientes del grupo zona de abordaje.
Sí, gracias. Right, here we go again. Another flight with Volaris on the DBT Express over to Mexico City. Okay, so this seems to be a bit of an older Airbus A320. The seats are certainly a lot battered, but I do seem to have slightly more leg room than I did on the A320neo. I think, if I remember right, there's an extra 2 rows on the A320neo compared to this one, so we should have a little bit more leg room. It does feel a little bit more spacious, even if the seats are sort of a bit creaky and old. But never mind. It's only an hour on this one as well, I think, up to Mexico City. Looking forward to it. Should be a good flight. I'm looking forward to getting back to my hotel room for certain. Oh, boarding's complete. We seem to have quite an empty flight tonight, and I've got a row to myself. Even better, I can stretch out a bit. Yeah. There's barely anybody on the plane. Should be a nice quiet flight over then.
Meet Tonal, the smartest home gym with revolutionary digital weight.
Leg 2 tonight then took us across to Guadalajara and down to Mexico City. Flight time on this leg was 1 hour and 3 minutes, cruising at 33,000 feet.
So then last flight of the day over to Mexico City, around about an hour's flight time from Puerto Valletta over to Mexico City. We've about half an hour left now. We've just passed Guadalajara down on the left, cruising at 35,000 feet, and it's been quite a nice little trip actually. I know that the legroom on the A320neo was just absolutely shocking, and the whole chaos at Tijuana was just crazy as well, but you know what, Volaris, as much as they've got their quirks, I don't think they're actually too bad. The cabin crew all seem really friendly. That's the thing I have taken away from this trip, is that the cabin crew have just been really nice, friendly throughout, which has been brilliant. So yeah, about half an hour now until we land down on the ground into Mexico, and looking forward to getting some rest, I have to say.
We got an absolutely stunning view of Guadalajara lit up at night. The only thing more stunning was the approach and landing into Mexico City, which at night time is just an absolutely incredible experience. I recommend everyone try it at least once. Absolutely. The only thing more stunning was the approach and landing into Mexico City, which at night time is just an absolutely incredible experience. I recommend everyone try it at least once.
please expedite your climb to flight level 300.
Washington Center at 900 Heavy is at flight level 370, descending 10,000 feet.
At 900 Heavy Washington Center, continue as planned. American 24 Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Contact Washington Center on 127.75. Generic 258. American 24 Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Washington Center, United 1567 is at flight level 270, descending 10,000 feet. United 1567 Washington Center, continue as planned. Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Heavy, please expedite your climb to flight level 300. Expect ILS runway 5 left approach via CHWDR transition. Cleared to CHWDR. American 24 Heavy Raleigh approach. Squawk 0126.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Expect ILS runway 5 left approach via CHWDR transition. Cleared to CHWDR Delta 1476.
Squawk 0126 American 24 Heavy.
American 24 Heavy radar contact 3 miles northeast of Raleigh 1,000 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
400.
Maintain own navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, American 24 Heavy.
Delta 14760 or 11 miles, southwest of Raleigh.
40.
Contact Raleigh Tower on 119 decimal tree when inbound.
10. 5.